This TED Talk will focus on preference assessments, and it was completed by Bethany Dearden, Tamara Hartfield, and Danny Wang. So first, what is a preference assessment? A preference assessment refers to the attempt to determine the client's preferences for certain stimuli based on indirect assessment, care provider interview and client interview, and direct assessment, systematically exposing clients to stimuli while recording their responses. The purpose of a preference assessment is because oftentimes it is hard to determine what is considered to be a preferred item for some individuals, especially those with ASD or other developmental disabilities. Preference assessments evaluate the value of a variety of different items to determine what a person likes. Items that are identified are considered highly preferable items for that individual and can be used as a reinforcer to help increase desirable behavior. There are several different types of preference assessments. One type is the interview, another is direct observation, and also systematic assessment. During the interview, it is a quick and easy way to find out an individual's interests. It can interview parents, friends, teacher, or other individual if he or she is able to communicate. It involves open-ended questions such as, what are her favorite activities? Then clarify by using comparison questions such as, what does she like better, coloring or playing outside? It can also be gathered through the use of a survey. You ask the respondent, the parent, guardian, teacher, friend, or the individual about possible reinforcers and can include a ranking system to determine which reinforcers are most potent. Example, reinforcement assessment for individuals with severe disabilities, RAISE. Although the interview process is easy to conduct and relatively time efficient, information may not be accurate or complete. As with all behavior, relying on recounted information from past experience is typically less reliable than witnessing the behavior as it is happening. And this just means that though an interview may be real quick and easy to do, it may not be as accurate, and the possibility is that your reinforcers may not actually be reinforcing for that individual. A second method is direct observation. The individual is given free access to multiple items that he or she is expected to like. The researcher records how long the individual engages with each item. The longer the individual spends with an item, the stronger the preference. Items can be ranked based on this information. Data should be collected over several days to promote accuracy and determine which item is truly the most preferred item. I think this form can actually be used in combination with the interview process, because you could interview the parents, the guardians, or close friends and relatives, or the individual themselves to get a list of these items and then place them in the room and get a direct observation in that way. This can be done in the individual's natural environment, the home or the school, and it's more accurate than interviews. However, it also requires more time and effort than the interviews. Systematic assessment is also another method to determine what is a reinforcer for an individual, and it involves methodically presenting items to an individual in a control setting to determine preference. There are many different kinds of systematic preference assessments, three formats: single item or successful choice, paired choice, or also known as forced choice, and multiple choices. The single item successful choice method is fastest and simple. The items are presented individually, and you are able to record data on how long the individual engages with each presented item. The paired or forced choice model, all the items are presented in pairs. Each item must be presented with all other items in random order. So, for example, we have three items A, B, and C. Item A needs to be paired with item B, and then item B with item C. and then item C needs to be paired with item A. So the individual is asked to choose one of the items in each round. The item that's not chosen most frequently is considered to be the strongest. That is chosen most frequently is considered to be the strongest reinforcer. So as you can imagine, if you have a list of more than 3 or 4 reinforcers, this method could become pretty long, but it is more accurate than a single item, and it requires more time than a single item. Then we have the multiple choice method. It is an extension of the paired choice method, and normally it's 3 or more items to choose from. There are 2 variations of this method. Multiple choice with replacement is when the item is chosen, all other options are replaced in the next round. So if the individual is offered a book, a car, and a stuffed animal, the individual chooses the car, and then in the next round, the individual will be offered the car, but the book and the stuffed animal will be replaced with a different option. The next method we have is multiple choice without replacement. And so when using this form, an item is chosen, it is removed from the next round, and only the remaining choices are presented. So if the individual is offered a book, a car, and a stuffed animal, and the individual chooses the car, in the next round, the individual is offered only the book and the stuffed animal. It's very accurate, the most accurate method, and it requires the most effort in the sense that once an item is chosen, you would have to remove it. And here is an example of a multiple choice without replacement assessment.
I have some things here that you might like. I have graham crackers, pickles, cranberries, Girl Scout cookies, walnut, and cheese bits. All of my things are about the same size. Pick one. Pick one. Pick one. Pick one. Pick one. Pick one. Because there was no selection, I'll represent the trial. Pick one. From this, I think you like Girl Scout cookies the best, but don't like walnuts or cheese crackers. Pick one.
So, how do you conduct a preference assessment? Before you begin, set up data sheet